Well, guess what? You're now rocking with A9 Radio. You're one of the only DjSwig. Hello, my man.
This is 937. Brought to you in part by A9 Radio, powered by Flex School Music, the movement. www.a9radio937.com. Make sure y'all get with that.
24 hours, 7 days a week. Copy, stamp, and seal it, man. With my girl, the one and only Eb in the building with us right now.
Hey.
And my man, Dope Man Comedy Q.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh. Hey, y'all, listen, man. We live and direct, man. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. Make sure y'all share this. A lot of things going on. A lot of things new. A lot of things that we need to speak about. A lot of things that we need to touch base on. But first, before I do that, I want to make sure everybody's day is straight. Q, how's your day, sir?
Oh, it's going good.
Straight?
Yeah.
Eb, how your day?
Great.
Anything interesting?
No, not really. Same old, same old.
Miss 937?
My day was actually a little crazy today. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have lost some fans today.
Why is that?
I had made a comment at work. Pretty much, I think it's 100% correct. I said any marriage or any relationship will go 100 years if you agree with the woman 100% of the time.
Huh?
That's what I said. I said, if you just agree with whatever the woman says, and I don't mean agree with her, just don't argue with her. Just let her have her shine.
I agree with that.
Let her think she's right.
No,
Every relationship will go 100 years.
Word.
And even women said that's wrong. I said, so that means you are now agreeing. You were going against the fact and saying that you were wrong half the time. And she said, I'm not always right. I said, well, then why do you always argue with us? So it contradicts what women stand for half the time. So I said, either you wrong or you right. Me personally, I'm just going to agree with you every time and there's no argument. And I think it works.
Well, I actually agree with the woman because if you keep on agreeing with her, you just become a punk to me.
Right.
Not really.
Like
You're trying to duck the argument.
You're just dodging the argument.
You're going to have arguments.
But the thing about it is, speaking from, I'm not a female, but
we didn't say she could beat your ass. You just saying you agree with her, so she shut the hell up.
But that's not the point. Am I right or wrong? This is going to go to another level. Like, well, if I can push your knee in, and yo, right away, go.
No. All right, who the fuck's wearing pants?
Like, let's say you come home at 3 o'clock in the morning. She say, where the hell you been? You right. I was out. I should have been here earlier. You know how much conversation you just cut in half by agreeing?
A lot.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to go get a shower and get right in
depends
the
on
bed.
the woman.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not going to work. You tell me where the hell you been. I was at the casino. I lost track of time. You right. I looked at the clock. I thought to myself, you was going to get mad. I said, fuck it. It stayed.
He got a story, don't he?
I mean, that cuts a lot of argument. What can she say if you sitting there yeah, you right.
But if you're lying, like...
I'm not lying. I'm telling you
because they're not going to believe nothing you say after that.
Well, then that's
right. That is not going to
they don't believe nothing you say, bro.
Like the police, you can either take that answer or lock me up. I don't know what to tell you. That's the answer I'm going to give you. That's the answer I'm working with. So unless you have hardcore evidence that I'm lying, just keep this pushing. Because I'm not changing it up.
But check this out, man. We're going to get into it, man. Listen, the issue I have, it's not an issue, man. Like I said, it's a lot of things we want to talk about, but one thing we're going to speak on right now is why every time something pop up, the only thing you hear is the city does not support.
I've heard it like
or this person don't support, or this person don't support. My question I'm asking y'all is why do y'all feel that way? Why do y'all think that way? And is it true? I will go first. I think that's wrong. I think the city support. I think they only support something that's right.
Man, I support everybody that's selling plates.
You talk about?
I think it's half.
You talk about food plates?
Plates, yeah, food plates.
I think it's half and half. I think the city supports, and I think they don't support.
Why you say that?
I think it depends on. I don't think it's always the city that doesn't support. I think one, people's marketing skills are ass trash. I think two, people don't demographically look at what they're trying to sell to where they live at, or what they're trying to sell to a people here. And three, and more importantly, I think the person that's pushing it is either lazy or don't understand what comes with pushing a product. So if you don't even push a product that hard, how are we then lazy for not buying your product when we don't even know what you're pushing?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's always the seller. I think a lot of times I think it's not always the buyer. To me, it's a lot of it's on the seller. What you selling, dude? And that's really what it comes down for me. But I will say this. There are a lot of good products out there that I think people just don't support that are well known. And I think whatever reason they just don't support it.
But when you don't support something, it don't mean you don't support it. It mean you have a reason why you don't go there.
I think it's all in who you know. You know what I mean? Like, I really do.
I can agree with that too. But if you don't like what's in the mall, you're not gonna go there. That make you not a supporter. I mean, you just don't like what's on there.
I mean, they
That
just
mean
ain't
you
got
just
the stores you
see
want.
the stuff that you don't like. To the point now, people say, "Man, now you hating." Like, I'm not hating. I just don't
Right.
like that color. I don't like that style. I don't like because I know me. Like, if you put one of those shortcut T-shirts on me, I look diesel as hell, bro. Like I look big. Like I be geek. Like damn, I look good. But you put one of them low cost T-shirts on me, I look sloppy. So I'm not gonna go there.
Like prime example, I can give you a prime example right now. Shout out to Tukey Bromster for this hoodie. If you was born and raised in Springfield, he's selling all the middle school hoodies. He has Clark, Hayward, Schaefer, Roosevelt. He's got them all. Franklin, he's got them all.
Go support.
If you was born and raised in Springfield, you went to one of them schools. So you either A, just don't want to wear one of them schools, or B, you just not fucking with two. But I can't see why you would not
I was
have
just say everybody
one of his
messes with
products.
Tukey.
That's what I mean. He has a product that demographically in this city everybody can relate to.
But listen,
So if you don't, that is what I'm talking about right there.
but now you got to go off of. Listen, man, I left Clark Middle School with like 100 detentions. I'm not trying to wear no Clark Middle School shirt.
But is that on Clark or that on you?
Bring back the past.
I'm not trying to wear nothing that's gonna reflect. That's gonna give me something to remember back of what I hated. Like,
I mean, that means you might have had a hard time in
but you know what I mean?
middle
I had to walk home from school, bro, because the bus left and I had detention. I had to walk home, and all your friends was gone. So you walk home by yourself. You got to talk the whole way to yourself, like, man, forget this.
So
Man,
that on Clark
anyway.
or is that on the activity by the young man?
It's not that. It's just a memory.
Well, all I'm saying is everybody went through the middle schools here in the city. Half of them that even exist no more. Clark don't exist no more.
You're right. You're
Franklin don't exist no more. Roosevelt don't really exist no more. It does, but it don't. Schaefer kind of does. They combined it to schools now. There's a whole new way of how they do things up in the city. So to me, if you're a person that doesn't want one, then you would have to have a reason like that. Like, nah, high school, middle school is just hard for me. I don't want to deal with that. I can be like, okay, that's understandable. But if you're a person that rep your city and you went to one of these schools, why would you not have one?
Right. I'm getting.
I like that marketing brand and how he went. Everybody in this city went to one of these schools. I'm gonna push off and I like that. I like how he did that marketing thing like that. Now, me personally, I told him, hey, you should take it to the middle school, take it to the elementaries now. You know, elementary don't exist no more.
Yeah, like Gray Hill.
I went to Highlands.
I wear a Gray Hill shirt because I went to Gray Hill. I was a G at Gray Hill.
I went to Highlands. Highlands is a nursing home now.
Years.
Yeah.
Right.
Highlands Eagles.
Back in the day.
Gray Hill was down. You feel me?
Yeah, Highlands Eagles. It's a nursing home now. So,
like I said, man, it's a lot going on, man. Y'all call, y'all let me know what's going on. Y'all tell us, because every time I look up and somebody saying they don't support me.
I hear it a lot.
They don't support me. But another thing is, I see that, man, you bash your city so much. Why should I support you?
That's a good point.
You
bro.
can't bash your city, man, and then
sell them a product.
Sell me, you know what I'm saying? Like
that shit don't make no sense.
Hey, you a dope head, man. You a bum. You a trash bag.
What are y'all talking about? Like,
hey, you want to buy this?
Food, shirt,
period.
Clothing,
and I got a comedy show coming up.
In general, we're gonna speak on that. In general, listen. In general, I know people who got T-shirts, who do food. Like you, it's a lot of people who do a lot of things in Springfield, and when they don't come there, they be like, "Man, support level," but they supporting him over there. So did you and your product, or
I think it is
right?
They just don't.
But that goes right back to that whole dollar circulating in the black community thing. I honestly think, and this is just me personally, I think that is one of the stupidest comments I've ever heard in my life. The whole circulating the dollar in the black community. I think that is a pointless comment. I think that I honestly don't even believe in that comment at this point.
Why?
Well, I'm talking in the sense of Springfield. In Springfield, I'm talking only in Springfield. Other cities, it might be different. Ladies and gentlemen, fun facts that you can all find out on your own. Springfield is 74% white, 17% black, 9% other, which I'm assuming that other is either Asian or Mexican.
That's a fact.
So if we was to circulate a dollar among black people, we are only circulated among 17% of Springfield, which means there's a lot of things we ain't about to be getting in this city. How can you live your life off 17%? So let's say you're a buyer. Let's say you're a seller. Let's say you make a product and you make it for the black community. You just cut yourself off at the least because you're only selling your product to 17% of the city.
I'm going for 75. I'm going to white folks.
74% of this city is white people. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all can find this anywhere. This is facts. So if you are a person who markets a black power product, you just lost 74% of your product. You just lost 74% of your marketing scheme. Why would white people walk around here talking about white power? So you cannot then run back and say Springfield don't support when it's no Springfield. I'm white. They have a legitimate argument. I'm white power, not black power. You can't circulate your dollar with me because I'm not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then let's say 17% of Springfield is black, and that's what they say, but only 4% of that black people have a business. You are now circulating your business among 4% of black people. So now it just got lower than that.
So black people say folk.
So and then when you got the 2% who just don't like you.
Yeah. 2% are haters. 2% are hating their ass off.
2% people who don't like you.
That is the point that I'm getting at with people. How many people start a business here don't even know that type of stuff? They just start a business thinking like they see a block or they see a hood and say, I can do that.
So here's my question, Max. Both everybody, all three of y'all got great, like y'all got good things going on. Starting with you, or Q. Start with Q. Q, you're a comedian.
Yes, sir.
I assume you throw a lot of shows. Well, I ain't gonna assume it. I know you do, so I ain't gonna say I'm assuming. You throw a lot of shows. In fact, you got one coming up.
Yeah, I got one coming up, April 6th.
So your last show, did you have the support?
Yeah, I had some support. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they came to the first show. You know, like Mr. 937 said. You know, marketing skills probably could have been up a little bit, but I was working by myself, also working job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying too. So, but you know, it was like people did know because you used to know the lifestyle that I used to live and used to call my phone and you know what I'm saying. But now I ain't living that lifestyle no more. Now I'm trying to do comedy, so it's positive. So people tend to draw to negative before they go to positive. You know what I'm saying. So, but like I said, I got a show April 6th at Club 4 1/4. Mm-hmm. They saying it ain't no room up there, but it is some room. It's an extra room upstairs. It's upstairs, y'all. If you didn't know that,
up there.
you know, yeah, I seen the stripper pole. Boy.
Sure did.
I seen it.
Hey, we got a comment that said most people just small minded. They don't think outside the box. Which, as my man Juice, I believe that, Juice.
I believe that
because we market outside. It's not just this. Is not just it. It's a whole nother world out there that you can market to. Just because you gotta. Just like, how do we get stuff from Atlanta here?
Yeah. They
market in different areas for us to realize it's out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? We go catch it. Also, we got my man Trust is shaking my head. I don't even know if I want to get started. Shaking my head. And my question is, what are you shaking your head for when we asking the question?
We're asking the question.
Why do people hate? We asked the question.
Yeah.
Why do people say people don't support?
You know,
because we hear it all the time. So this is an actual question that we asking.
Hey, you know, one of the biggest things that I'm starting to come to the realization is I think people want to live in the past. I honestly feel like people don't want to move with the times. You know,
some people can't move with the times.
If you go back in that era where segregation is going on, and you know, whites are not fooling with blacks are not fooling with whites. You know, we kind of have to shop and deal among ourselves because that's how we live. Honestly. If I'm living in the 50s and 60s, I wouldn't trust getting something from a white person, not knowing if he's going to kill me with it anyway. So I'm going to stick to my own. And you know what the crazy thing is? A lot of people don't mention this, and my grandma mentioned this to me. Back in the day, even when you were shopping among blacks, you still had to keep your eye on them because if somebody don't like you, they kill you too. So even shopping among blacks is iffy because you don't know who checking for you, who hating on you, who looking for you. But we live in an era now where we are now geographically among everybody. Now there's people who are 80, 90 years old who've looked me dead in my face and I never thought I'd see the day I'd have black great-grands and grandbabies. Because I was raised in a time where that shit was not allowed. I never thought I'd see the day a black president or this or that, stuff like that. And I'm even at the point, why would I short myself and only shop with blacks when I can shop with there's people who paved the way for me to shop with anybody. So why would I shortcut myself? And I'm not even saying I'm shortcutting myself shopping with blacks. I'm just saying why not support everybody? And last time I checked, my job as a parent is to give my son the best, no matter who the color of the seller is. So it don't matter if it's the black man that's got it, if it's the Asian that's got it, if it's the white man that's got it. If it's what's best for me and my son, that's what I'm going to get. I'm not thinking about the color when I go buy something. That's just me personally.
Check this out. Hold on, not too quick. Check this out. Here my thing is, man. If you don't do things what make you happy, that what makes you happy, not for what makes everybody else happy, what make you happy, then you lose it from the get-go.
You lose it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You do things because you want to do it. Once you start doing things because you want to do it, whether somebody support you or not, then everything else will grow because you stay consistent in what you do. Because I just like to do it. I don't need you to do because I'm doing it myself.
Right.
I'm gonna keep on doing it. We get into things looking for people like my man just looking for people to give me this. I'm looking for her to help me. I'm looking for him. And once you look and they don't do it, then you mad like, oh, they ain't supporting me. They ain't. Well, you were looking for the wrong reason. You should have done it your own damn self.
Right.
But you know the funny thing about black people though is, and I honestly feel this, we are a different group of people. When I mean different, if you look at Asians, if you look at whites, if you look at Mexicans, they try so hard to want to be our style. They want to dance like us. They want to wear their pants like us. They want to wear their shirts like us. They want to mimic us. They want to rap like us. They want to do all kinds of stuff like us. But yet we will sit over here and envy how they move a buck. But yet they mimic us in everyday life. And that what I don't get is how can we be so different in the culture that we are in? We do a lot. We are out here. They mimic us, but yet they want us to try to move a dollar like how they move a dollar. Why not we make our own system how we move a dollar and see if they follow us? I don't see white people going like, man, let's see how black people make a dollar. Man, I don't see Asians going like, let's see how they move a dollar. But it's always blacks going like, Oklahoma, man. How come we can't move a dollar like whites? How come we can't move a dollar like? Because we not them. We not them. We can't move a dollar like them. We not them. We would have to find our own way of how we move a dollar. We have rhythm. They don't. So we're going to move a dollar different. We can't move like how they move. We totally different. They follow us. So why would I want to follow how they do stuff when I know they checking for me?
Hey, Mr. 97, somebody just pointed this out right now, and I have to play this because they just pointed it out, and that's what I love about it, because y'all listen to us. In the words of Bernie Mac, he said,
people don't like how you be yourself.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy through all the lips.
That's absolutely correct.
Words to live by.
Second thing is what gets what gets me is, and this what gets me. It's always the ones who's doing the most talking is doing the less supporting.
Less supporting.
And if they doing more supporting, they doing it somewhere else in other cities and stuff. Which that's cool because you can do what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Free world.
It's a free. It is. It is. But you can't throw it. You can't throw a rock in a glass house.
You cannot. Hey, my question to a lot of these people:
when your house is glass,
right?
For the people who say that Springfield don't support, my question to them would be: what are you moving that they should support?
I got a show April 6th. 4
Support.
When is it?
4 April 6th. 4 425. Y'all know where it's at.
And when sometimes I say Springfield in general, this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Springfield. So once again, let me point back to this 74% white city
because
we live in.
Because what they don't realize, Ebony and Q and all that, we get inboxes all the time talking about, man, Springfield don't support. Springfield. And I'm like, why people keep on saying Springfield don't support when some people doing just fine? Right. Maybe it's you. Maybe it ain't the people. Maybe it's you.
I hear that so much. Man, it's ridiculous.
And then we get on here, you got shaking my head. Well, you're not getting them answers, sir. Questions. I'm sick of people getting arrested. So we asking the question: why people keep on asking that same question?
Why they keep shaking their head?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm not getting. You once again, I'm giving you the factual numbers: 74% white, 17% black, 9% other.
And we
what do you have out here on the block that everybody in the city can have?
And we went downtown. Wow. We went downtown, and just to give y'all a fun fact, Bubba went downtown and got these actual
and got
numbers.
These numbers. I got these numbers from the city.
Okay, then.
Real numbers.
So if you are a person who is marketing a product to blacks, say 17% of people don't support you. Don't stop saying Springfield, or find a product that everybody can fuck with. Because you cut yourself off at the knees when you make a product that only 17% can fool with.
Right.
Either with that part right there, man, I can see either like with the black pride shirts and all that stuff. I would wear it because it's just something I'll be proud of. Like, you know what I mean? Whether you like it or not. Like I said, once you do stuff that likes you, that you like, people will support that. It don't have to be here. You can shop this. You know how many people's in the other worlds who like black pride and like that stuff, man? Why just shop here? Why just sell here?
Yeah, go somewhere else.
Just be the base.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Springfield is only a little bit over 61,000 people.
So well, you got to start somewhere.
No, but I think our mind is so.
You can't get nowhere here, then what's the point in?
But because that's the thing, the world is bigger out there.
Nowhere else.
No, you can. Like if our minds just be small, so we be like, man, because it's who we know. We comfortable with who we know. Right. Like we know, hey, well, I know her, so if they don't do it, then I'm done. No, it's just them, bro. But one person out of 10 rock with you. You just don't know that yet.
Well,
because you ain't went up there to
here's a fun
tap
fact.
Into that.
Here's a fun fact for you, sir. Springfield has just a little bit over 61,000 people in it. We can fit all of Springfield into the Dallas Cowboy Stadium. We can fit all of Springfield into Levi Stadium.
Oh,
we can fit all of Springfield into 32 National Football Team stadiums. Which means what? We are as big as a stadium, right? So if we're talking about just Springfield in general, we have enough people here to where if you got us all in the same plot, in the same spot, speak your mind, sir. Speak your mind, ma'am.
Hey, what's the number to the station?
You got it on the paper over there.
I just say where your paper goes.
Hey,
once again,
y'all ain't stepping over here.
Anybody can look this stuff up. Springfield ain't that big. We can fit into a stadium.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, Q. Just know I'm all right, man.
Hey, even more fun fact.
404 something.
Even more fun fact. I have figured out why women have so many baby daddies in the city.
Go ahead. What you said, Mr. 97?
Springfield is 9. The ratio to men and women is 9-1. So that means for every one woman, there's 9 men.
Yeah, I only got one baby mama, man.
Yeah, I only got one baby daddy, so.
So, what else you got to say, Mr. 97?
I mean,
because to me, you on the road, it's like you've been waiting for you. To me, like you've been waiting to say this, bro.
Yeah, because
it's on this man.
Right.
Because because I hear it. I hear it all. And I hear a lot of people say this. They say Springfield don't support. Springfield don't support. And then I get to thinking to myself about the product that they're moving. I'm thinking to myself, it's impossible for Springfield to support that because you clearly don't know where you live at. You know what I'm saying? Like, prime example. 9% of Springfield is either Asian or Mexican.
Who was he talking about?
So let's be clear. Let's think about this for a second. 9% of Springfield is either Asian or Mexican. Who in this city don't eat Asian or Mexican food? Which means they sell a product that everybody in the city can get.
My brothers and sisters have Mexican.
Right. They got the good food.
Hey.
Because if you notice, if you look at
real tortillas, man.
Right.
That shit you gotta put on the stove.
And I eat it. I support it. I support it.
I support soul food.
I support the good food. I don't care what they do.
Open up on time.
Yeah, I don't care. And a lot of people, I've heard somebody else mention that too. They
said Springfield has a unemployment rate of 4.9%. U.S. average is 3.9.
Right.
Okay. Well, my response to him would be, what do you want the 17% of black people in this city to do about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? What my question is, I can't get everybody a job. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, and I think even the Bible said this, don't you have to kind of do for yourself before you can do for others? Don't you have to get your ass up and put some effort into your works before you can?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Caller.
Yo, what's up?
So what's going on, DjSwig?
What's up? You on with Swig, my man, Mr. 937, my man Q and Ed. Talk to us.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I wanted to point out something. Steve Rhodes had mentioned about how other races like to mimic black people. I personally believe that every race tries to mimic another race in different ways and fashion and such forth as what they like or what they saw and they find interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that a lot of races do want, that mimic of that black, I guess, that feel, the baggy clothes, the slang, and so forth and so forth. But I really do believe, being a hip hop dancer and dancing all around, I've seen that a lot of races mimic another race and so forth, and they try to make it their own way.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Because I love white.
This is he said it got to be my man Lawan.
Yep. Shout out to Lawan.
It
And
is
Exodus
Lawan.
group.
It got to be my man
Shout out
Lawan,
to
the one and
Exodus,
only.
'cause they do
Hey,
their
first
thing.
of all, man, why you on here, man? Let's give you a round of applause, sir.
Yes, sir.
We got to give you a round of applause because you have been consistent in what you have done in the movement you're doing. And I want to say it now while you're on here, you have been a loyal person. You have always been the same.
And everybody
So,
supports him.
I want to say, as 89 Radio on behalf, man, we shout you out and we appreciate you what you do, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because man, it's a
Appreciate
lot of
you
kids
guys.
out there who
That's
really
very
want to
real.
dance.
Class of 05.
Dancing is, man, everybody dancing.
Everybody
Everybody kept on saying who's going to come down here and actually open up a dance and have people dance. And LaJuan did it, and he stuck with it after years. And that's why I salute you, because it's been years that you keep on doing it and you ain't stopped doing it. So once again, man, I salute you on that one, brother, man. I appreciate you.
And as far as the support in Springfield, I've been here a long time. I've danced in New Jersey, danced, in New York. I've danced all over. I've seen the support these other cities and states do. I come to back here to Springfield, and I see that, a lot of people are struggling with, why can't I get support, this, that, and the third. I do believe it has a lot to do with the person and their reputation. How well are you selling yourself? Are you
Facts.
limiting yourself to what people may like or what people may want to see? What is that you're doing different that someone else isn't doing that is going to look like a copycat to someone else? Like, oh, well, I've already seen that. Drake did that, or I've already seen that. DjSwig already did that. What are you doing different that people are going to, be drawn and lured into you that is going to appease them? You can be, I'll give you a prime example. No matter how many drill teams Springfield can come up with, there will always be one DTS. If Debbie gets out here and say, "Hey, I want to do this," you won't. Best believe people are going to fall in line and fall in suit because of her reputation and what she did for this town, and they liked it, and they know she's going to deliver good product.
Woo!
They know she's going to deliver good product. So you got to ask yourself, who are you and what are you going to deliver to these people and what they want to see? You've got to kind of battle within yourself and bring forward the best in you and keep going. Don't give up. It can look a little rough that people are not supporting other black, white, or whatever race you are in this town. It can look like that. And that's because a lot of people got their own lives going on and this is happening and that is happening, but that still shouldn't stop you from selling yourself. Keep going, keep trying.
LaJuan,
That's my word for today.
we appreciate you. It sounded to me that you really had this in your heart for a long time.
Yeah, you did.
You just dropped some nuggets right now, saying buttery hotness. So, and we appreciate you, man. Make sure you keep on staying rocking with us, man. Much love.
All right, thank you, man.
Hey, one thing he did say, man, I actually agree with that. I think a lot of races do mimic different races.
That's
We got
facts.
a lot of black people that we be like, man, he acting white. You know what I mean? And I have heard that a lot. Or he's acting this kind of way, he acting that kind of way. So I do agree with what he's saying. But
I agree with it.
it
100%.
has came to my across my face in my screen that it says, you know how much money's in the black church, you know how much money in the black church, how much money spent. So you know the power of 17%. He said if I call in, I will shut Mr. 937 down. So you already know you already know who that's coming from.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would guess I would have to respond to that by saying, first off and foremost, clearly somebody has a problem with the black church. So that's one.
Call from.
Hey, here we go. Hey, what's up, man? You on with your boy DjSwig, Mr. 937 Q, my girl Ed. What's up with you?
What up, bro? This Juice.
Hey, what's up with you, homeboy? Juice in the building.
Juice.
Yeah.
Man, nothing, man. Chilling. First of all, you got a 404 number and you don't got a 967 number. I need you to support. So let's start there.
Hey, man,
They ran out of them numbers, man.
It's reason behind that. And I got some else coming in, but Juice, thank you for bringing that up to me, man. Much love. Hey, you gotta take it, you gotta give it to you. Hey, Juice, man. And let me tell you something. Don't you ever hear life call here and tell us what we gonna do. Now, what's up with you, Juice?
Man, nothing much, man. I just wanted to call in real quick, man. You know, I'm involved in a lot, man. And I just recently started my own brand for athleisure wear.
Yes, and let's give a round of applause for that, G.
You know,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I'm you know bringing something different to the city. I had Springfield in mind just to bring something different there. Just not to only give them the clothing, but it's the message behind it. It's unfit. And my message comes from growing up in Springfield, growing up in, rough times, just always fighting, always doing craziness and all that. But it was fun. It was we had fun, man. And so my message behind it, unfit, is just coming against something that anybody's ever deemed you unfit for. And the reason why I get to that is not to plug it, or anything, but it's to really just say that you have to have more than just some clothing. You have to present. It's all about presentation. It's all about having something with it. So you got to have a message. You got to have a slogan. You got to have something behind it that makes the difference in something else. You can't just have another T-shirt because there's a million people doing T-shirt lines. You can't just have another sweatsuit because there's a million people doing sweatsuits. There's a million people doing all types of different things. You got to come with something that's unique, that's different, that's just you. Just stop being everybody else and be yourself. Tell yourself that's the best thing you can ever do.
Facts.
Stop being like everybody else because you'll never be able to go far. You only be able to go as far as that person's going. And if they're not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere because you're mimicking somebody else.
That's right.
I don't think it's really about the support that people aren't supporting. They just don't know anything different. Nobody's coming to that city and showing them anything different. It's the same thing. The same people doing the same thing. You go there, you're going to see the same stuff. You're going to see the same restaurants. You're going to see, or everything is being closed down. Somebody needs to come there and bring something different. Somebody that's from there. That I'm from there, but I haven't lived there in a long time. But I always come there, and I'm always trying to bring something different. I came with the video, then I came there, open up a club. Now I'm coming there with a clothing line. Like I'm coming back to do different things, to try different things. I've never given up for my city, and people have either given up, left, and never came back, or they just stay there and they're not doing anything about it. So
that's what's up, Juice.
Just say that. Just quick thing, real quick.
We appreciate you, homeboy.
I love you. I appreciate y'all. Love what you're doing, man.
Much love, man. Yes, sir, man. Always love. My man Juice in the building, y'all, man.
Shout out,
Appreciate you.
Juice.
And that's what it is, man. Blacks in the city spend a lot of money. The whole point is we understand that blacks spend a lot of money.
We understand that.
I'm saying people keep on saying, listen closely, that people don't support. And I'm saying that why are you waiting for people to support you here? Go outside somewhere else. If it don't work here, don't mean it won't work somewhere else.
Can I ask a
You know
question?
what I'm saying? If Q
What's happening?
comedian, Q was just in, you was in Washington, right?
I was in Washington. I've been in LA.
You just got back from
Miami.
LA.
Man, I be moving.
So did that stop you? Did that stop you doing comedy when you went to LA?
Nah. I mean, I started here. You know what I'm saying? This is where I started in Springfield. I did my first show. It turned out good. It was a good experience. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, you got to travel. You got to go out and network, then come back. And like I said, I'm coming back, and I'm bringing comedy here. People I done met in Hollywood. You know, I know some big people. You know what I'm saying? That want to come to Springfield. Like you said, if you want support, whoever y'all want to see, name them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comedian y'all want to see, tell me. We bring them here.
Like,
That's what it is.
I don't, and that's my thing. That's all. That's my beef. I don't know about everything, but that's my thing. Like, you have to talk to people. I mean, you have to network. You have to. That's in life. That's in general. Like, you just can't just be. Well, they don't support me here. Okay, like that's just here. Like, how you networking with somewhere else? How you network over there? How you met with this person right here? No, we don't do none of that. We just wait for somebody to.
My first question to a lot of these people would be, first off, while we are talking about supporting the dollar among blacks, you would first have to show the media you only move your dollar among blacks. You would first have to show me that. You would have to show me that you don't shop at a Walmart or a Kroger's or anything like that. You move your dollar among blacks because, for one, if you're gonna set this example, you better be living
man. I don't even with boosters.
You better be living this damn example. Because people really be taking me there. Support blacks, circulate your dollar. Well, your damn dollar better be circulating among all black people. You better be walking that talk that you preaching. So that's one right there. For two, and I just want to make sure my math is correct. When have you ever seen 17 people or 17% of people spend more money than 74% of people or 74 people? Can we get the math here? Black people, last time I checked, are on the poorer side of Springfield, which means we spend maybe a little bit lesser to stay on this side of town. White people are paying a little bit more money to stay on that side of town, which means they already are paying more money than us just living. So how are we spending? I understand what Duke is getting at. Right, we might spend a lot of money. We might spend a lot of money, but show me where we spend more. And I'm talking about Springfield, because if you notice, we said Springfield, and somebody got on this damn thing and said, well, the U.S. Well, I'm talking about Springfield. I don't care what they do in Texas. I don't live in Texas. I live in Springfield, Ohio. Population 61,438 people. Please explain to me, in this city, sir, if you are moving your dollar among all blacks and you are not telling people how to do that, what are you talking about? You don't even move your dollar among all blacks. And if you did, you would give a blueprint on how you doing it.
Well, they said,
hey, do you know they have a Springfield in every state?
Facts.
Did y'all know that? Did you know that?
Yep.
That's why the Simpsons is named Springfield.
Springfield. I used to get geeked out. They talking about us. Nah.
It's a Springfield.
Because this is what I'm not getting.
Hey, Marcus. Shout out to my man.
Support your Springfield.
Shout out to my cousin Marcus Clark. And also they got the clothing line, man. Uncle Clothing, man, that's dope as hell too. I rock with him too.
Somebody just says
my shirt,
the dollar circulating in the black community does not mean that you have to sell to black people.
That's your boy Terrell.
Terrell said that.
Oh my God! You see, I didn't want to say his name. I just said I'm just gonna, because I'm trying to figure out what Duke's talking about. He's talking about moving a dollar.
Here's my question.
Among 17% of people,
they talking about moving loud, man.
Here's my thing.
Yeah, they just don't want to say nothing.
Here's my thing.
Because you see, he went to the black church. He went to all that.
Hold on, Mr. 97.
He clearly got a problem with the church.
Hold on, Mr. 97.
The church. One of these churches then took his dollar. One of these churches then got him for his dollar. He is not letting that church.
You said get us fired up,
bro.
Hold on.
I seen an ATM in the church one time.
One of these churches then got him for his money.
I rock with Terrell because I think it's funny. I rock with Terrell because he keeps me on the go. He keeps me on the edge. But here's my thing is, A9 Radio has been doing advertisement for the Springfield Foundation, the Promise Club. We have doing advertisements for everybody. Right. And everybody who we're doing advertising for is, what color are they, Mr. 97?
White.
And they call us all the time, can you do this? Can you do this? And what color are they, Mr. 97?
White.
Caucasians.
And I meet with them. Hold on. I meet with them every day to figure out how can we do something to do better. And they meet with us to see how can we make your side better. How can we help you out and make the South Side better and what you're doing. Right. And what color is Mr. 97?
White.
It's always a
There's
brother.
still white
Hold
people
on.
out there.
It's always a brother on here talking about we need to circulate the dollar and keep it in the black community.
Ain't
when
called it shit.
that brother has not did advertisement and did with A9 Radio yet.
Not yet.
You don't circulate with the black community.
Ain't called.
Oh my God.
Ain't called.
He don't
You
even.
don't circulate the black community.
He don't even have a Mars. He don't even have a
How
Mars
many times you
Garden
call A9
flag.
Radio and say, hey, man, we got the weed program. Can I spend my dollar with the black community?
I bet he don't
No.
got a black and green
Get up there
flag.
and be like, hey, see the black,
Black and
woo,
red
woo,
flag.
woo. Man, you got to practice what you preach. Now I'm juiced up now.
It's 2019.
Hold on, Mr. 97. Let me get my juice. Steroids.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm juiced up now.
They are fried.
he ain't,
Man.
I bet he ain't got a black and red green flag.
I gotta get this.
Move, Terrell, put a name on it, please. Please.
I rock with Terrell, man.
Well,
Terrell keep me going, man.
He's stuck in the 50s, bro.
I rock with Terrell. That's why when he
Terrell
call
better put a
in,
name on it.
Bro, one of these
that's why
one of these churches took his dollar and he's pissed about it.
I
And
collect.
he don't want to let it go. Because he just took three different, he said, black, do you know how much money the black church gets? Well, you need to go to these black churches and get with them and ask them these questions. You know what I'm saying? That is my thing. Walk into these churches, come as you are, like they say at the church, and ask these questions. Fun fact, my brother walked in there and flipped chairs over and threw a table.
hey, yo,
For his beliefs.
and by the way, we just want to put out there.
Fun facts.
Hold on,
You
Mr.
ain't supposed to
97.
go
Hold
to
on, Mr.
church
97.
for corn.
But
Hold on.
but he went off of his beliefs and did it. And did it.
Mr. 97. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on, y'all. And I'm gonna start the music. I want to put out there. We don't have no problem with nobody. We don't have no problem with Terrell.
We here.
We don't have no problem with Terrell.
We don't have no problem with
We
it,
don't, we
but
don't have no. So I don't want nobody going out there like, well, sounds like we don't have no problem with Terrell. It's just Terrell gets us going, man.
Right.
It's one of those things that it's one of them callers that call in that get you juiced up. That's
Right.
Terrell. You feel what I'm saying?
hey, listen. This is what I
It's
get.
all love.
Let's say
Terrell, it's all love, Terrell.
let's say you live in Africa, right? Where the population is like 90% black and 10% white, and you don't move your dollar among black people. I would even then have to ask you why you don't do that. I would even have to ask you that question, like, why you don't move your dollar among 90% of your city that you live in? But when you live in a city, when you live in a city that is 17% black, probably 1 or 2% have a legitimate business going around here. And like he just said, you don't have to always move your dollar with blacks. You can move it with different colors. Okay, whatever he wants to go with this. My question to him would be, sir, name me one black.
Hold on, he gonna talk about everyone but Ebony. Man, what you talking about?
But did you read the first part?
Can he name
Hey.
me?
Laugh because I'm not there.
Name me a black business that you fool with.
What does he mean?
Yeah, what you mean if you was there? Right? You
Name
was
me
here.
a black business that you fool with in Springfield, Ohio, that you rock with on the regular. Please let the world, let our viewers know so we can start rocking with them. Who do you shop with? Who do you move with? So we can start rocking with them.
Hey, fun fact, man, he do something. He do got a black bank.
Who?
My brother Terrell got a black bank,
Oh, that's what's up.
and I'm still waiting for him to give me the information. So I can
we,
give me a black
so
bank.
we don't know.
Oh, I get an account we got for real.
Yeah, he said he got a black bank. I said, give me the information then.
Where
at?
He said, all right, I got you. Never gave it to me.
Man, we ain't talking about no app, man.
I need. I give me
Nah.
help
A real
me help
bank, I
you,
can
bro.
walk in and sit
Show
down,
me
talk
to the
a teller.
blackness so
Right.
I can shop with the blackness.
All I'm saying is, listen at this. Back on, all I'm saying is, man, listen, y'all. We get the inboxes all the time. All we do is get the inboxes and we bring it up.
And we bring it up.
Right.
Man,
That's
listen,
it.
I told Mr. 937 that we got 12 inboxes. Man, they don't support each other,
They
man.
don't
We want
support.
to advertise with each other, but they don't support each other. I said, Mr. 97, somebody said that one more time.
I hear it all the time.
One more
bro.
time, I'm saying something.
We hear it all the time about how Springfield don't support it. My thing is,
Hey,
what?
low teeth.
I buy my weed around.
I'll buy my weed from dude around the corner. Okay,
All
then.
right, hey,
Black.
keep it on this side of town, brother. And that's really all I gotta say about that. Keep it on this side of town, G.
He getting it from the Mexicans.
Look, keep it on this side of town.
He getting it from the Mexicans. Shit, we got the network, man.
Keep that. That's really all I'm.
People just don't know.
Hey, man, listen at this, man. I think it's time for my man Terrell to come back on the show. So, Terrell, you listen, man, reach out to us so we can get you back on here because it's just funny to me, man. I think he's that person, man, that I think he really like getting Mr. 97 wound up for real.
Well, listen,
I think he like getting you round up, Mr.
Well,
97.
listen, I'm keeping it all the way. I'm pulling the VA.
I think
If I'm pulling the VA, if he come in here,
Oh, he's giving y'all the information.
if he come in here, I'm gonna have Pastor Brown or Bishop Logan, somebody gonna be up in here so they can speak for themselves. Because I don't want to hear nothing about black churches.
Cool.
And we ain't got to represent from the church up in here speaking.
There it is, y'all. Hey, man, make sure y'all go shop at the Black Bank.
Who is Motif? Or am I saying that right?
Terrell just put the bank information up there because it's a black bank, man. So make sure you go shop with the black banks. And for real, he just showed us it's a black bank.
I know there's a black bank.
I didn't know that.
It's not here.
But he know one, so I'm gonna go.
It's
I'm
like
gonna go
in
open up
Atlanta
account
or something. I think.
Hey, quick question though. You say he know the one. Has he told anybody else about it?
He just did just now.
Yeah, I'm saying just now. I'm saying that's because we brought it up. Would he have brought it up if we wasn't talking about it?
Oh, that's the question you have to ask him.
Probably
Terrell, would you have brought it up because I ain't never heard nothing about this black bank.
I did,
and I heard, and I'm just saying.
But listen, I just said it ain't about what then. It's about now.
Listen,
you just said we got to live in the now.
For a black
you just
community,
said that you got to live in the now. So right now just now he posted up there.
Listen, for a black community to thrive, a black community to thrive, we have to have 4 things: a bank, a supermarket, a hospital, a school. We have to have those 4 things to live. If a black community has a bank, a school, a supermarket, and a hospital, we don't need to go nowhere else.
Hey man, by the way, man, my brother, man, I gotta get with you, bro, man. Shout out to him, man. He do a whole lot of good things, man. He be doing promoting and all that stuff in the club.
But to me, it sounds like my man's problem is with the church. So if he comes, we need to have some church representatives up in here who can speak for themselves on where their dollars are going. Okay, that ain't got to do with A9 Radio. He's mad about black churches and what they do.
You know where them dollars is going.
You know where them dollars is going. Duke is going to his Cadillac.
Light bill.
If you mad, like what they say in the movie, how come the pastor got to have a nice car? How come the pastor got to have a big house? Well, ask the question to them.
Hey, I got you, Miss Lady. And think about it is
we need to do a round table with Terrell and somebody from each church. And let Terrell go in on it.
No problem with the church.
No, you don't have to, because all you gotta do is set up a meeting. Like I know at Restore Life, you set a meeting up with him. He meet you on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
he had no problem with.
And for Terrell's sake, tell him to bring their bank records so they can figure something out.
And by they been a nonprofit, he can ask for it.
Yeah,
he can't ask for the information.
That's what it sounds like. What his thing is, and that's what I don't really know. Me personally, I don't have problems with the black church because I don't go to church. Do what you want to do with your money over there, dude.
Hey man, like you're boiling right now,
bro. I am, bro, because
dude Terrell got you.
Right, he be having me hot, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He be having me hot. He do, because I'm so sick. It's 2019. Man, we still running around here talking about moving.
Hey man, my brother said I run a black bank. Man, give me your money.
My black bank.
Let me hold it and flip it.
My black bank is under my side of the bed. That's where my black bank is at, up under my side of the bed. All right, that's where my bank is at.
Hey Q, man. So tell them again what the show, man.
Man, the show is April 6th at 4:25. That's Club 425.
Scott Street.
125 Harrison Street. Am I correct?
Yep, Harrison.
Harrison and Scott Street. You know where it's at, man.
They got the corner with the dips.
Want to go where everybody knows.
Shout out Dave Sanford.
You know. Ev goes there because she said Harrison. She started bouncing like, "Yep, here's 6."
Ev go there a lot.
I've been going there since I was 14.
Ev go there a lot.
She got a tab.
I've been seeing her in the pictures. I'm like, that's 425 in the background.
Put it on the tab. God damn it.
That's 425
she be there. I've been here.
Hold on. You been going there how long?
14.
14.
So that means you remember all the brown drawings on the wall.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Fish.
So how many of them 40, 50-year-olds can you like, hey, yo, what up, shawty?
What up, shawty?
A lot of them.
So go back to y'all. Y'all next. Surviving Springfield.
So that means they're clear R. Kelly supporters.
Right.
Is this camera on?
Kelly's around this motherfucker.
This camera on.
Hey, man, I was about to say, man, who's that saying that?
Hey.
Hey, yeah, man, by the way, listen, man, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us, man. Like I said, man, we knew we're going to keep on giving you this birdie hotness. We're going to keep on giving y'all this straight fire. Hey, shout out to my man, Charles. Hey, Charles does insurance, who be on here. So shout out to my man, Charles, who be putting people on game with the insurance.
Charles said, be your own black bank.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Put that shit in the
he said, be your own bank. He said, be your own black bank. Be your own bank.
So you put words in his mouth.
I thought he said black there, but he said be your own bank. And I personally am my own banker. I don't need a banker to tell me how to spend my dough. Because I don't
have to pay to get your own damn money out the
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I figured this out a long time ago. Like I drive a Chevy. I don't I'm not into Mercedes. I ain't into no Benzes. Yeah, a couple J's and things like that, Nikes and stuff like that. Because I like that type of stuff.
Oh, that's what somebody said on here too. Like
I like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that I like.
Whose drawers you wearing? Whose socks you wearing? Whose shoes?
Yeah.
And see,
like who you buy it from?
And I'm in Gildan.
I like
if they want to know, I'm in
products.
I'm in Gildan.
Like that shit.
Hey, right here, Mo Butter said, and you're looking for free promo. Get with them.
I wear Gildan draws.
Hey, listen at this, man.
If you got a fashion out there, man, trust me, I support you. I wear that shit on the stage.
Name me a person that's got money.
All I'm just saying is, get out of the small box and think bigger. That's all I'm saying. Like others, they think bigger. Right. They like, man, this ain't on Atlanta. I'm about to go be in Chicago. They think bigger. We're the only one who thinks Springfield, like this is it.
No, like, I don't.
We got to think
bigger. Why y'all keep saying that?
Listen.
You say, damn, people be thinking that.
For real.
Hey, he about doing the show about to be off. Terrell's in the building.
What's up? How y'all doing, family?
Finally.
I'm about to let this show stand.
Hey, first of all, I love arguing with 937 because I love debating somebody that has a different point of view to mine that is intellectual.
Right.
So I love doing that and pulling things out of him because instead of going outside and going out to the street fighting, we can learn from each other's disagreement.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I love coming at it.
I think it's funny, man.
That's number one.
Talk to us, Terrell. Give us that buttery hotness.
I do not have a problem with black churches, but the scripture says where there is no vision, the people will perish. And we are perishing in the graveyards and in the prisons. But we got churches on every corner. And when I look at the churches in the 60s during the civil rights movement, and now it's a big difference. Number three, when we talk about circling the money within our community, we are not talking about just selling to black people. Even though we cannot look at ourselves as small, whether we 17% and 10%. I don't have to see the church's books, but some of them will tell you they got $2 million loans. You can't have a $2 million loan from a bank if they know that you're not bringing in revenue. So one thing, we're not poor, we are just poorly organized. And the reason why we have 17% is that we have not produced stuff for our young people to do. So our finest, when they get old enough, they leave the community. And that's why I posted that we have the lowest residency since 1910. Last year alone, over 500 residents left this city.
That's
so
true.
We have to produce stuff for our children to stay and invest in this community so we could get that number beyond 17%. Y'all have a beautiful evening.
Oh, shoot. Terrell in the building, man. Thank you for calling.
Can I respond to that?
Oh, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in.
Can I respond to that?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at our city, and I'm a very big fan of our city, which is why I named myself after it. If you look at Springfield, an older head once told me that Springfield is a retirement home. All they want you to do here is come here and live out the rest of your days and die. And I said, that is not true. But now I'm looking at the actions of Springfield. And what do we know about the actions of Springfield? We had 2 hospitals. One of them had a trauma center. One of them didn't. One of them was for birthing. One of them was for killing. They got rid of both of them. And they gave us a hospital that now no longer has trauma. And you can pretty much just make babies there. So for you to even get your life saved here, you have to get flown out of here. So that's one. In the last 10 years, Springfield has put up, guess how many nursing homes, people? 4. Guess how many retirement homes, people? 7. Springfield is showing you by what they do here that all they want you to do is come here, live, and die. There is a new facility over there where community hospital used to be, residential housing for the elderly, where they want you to live and die. There is new housing over here on Center Street, Wittenberg. where they want you to come, live, and die.
Oh, why you know? How you think they're gonna come and live and die? What if they just want a nice, little place to go kick it at?
Because there's nothing to do here. What else are you going to do
And
here
they
but
gotta
live here
have
and
the
die?
homes like that for the elderly.
Yeah, but what if they just taking care of the elderly?
But you know why that's like that for the elderly? Because elderly, a lot of times when you at that age, you should already be living off your wealth. You should have a house that's already paid for and brought. You
Well,
can live in
not
your own house.
everybody.
Not everybody, but I'm saying going off of how the American dream or whatever it should be. I would like to have my home paid off and I can live and die on what I paid for.
Man,
and what I've
That'll
done.
be
It's
nice.
5 things you're gonna do in Ohio. That's either work for law enforcement, work for the hospital, be a nurse, whatever, work in a factory. If you sell drugs, you go into prison, or you work at a nursing home. That is the 5 economic things to
That's what we
get
got
money here. To get money here in Springfield.
Yeah,
you
that's what
try
we
to
got.
get some money. It's nursing homes,
Nursing homes,
it's factories,
factories.
it's
A9 radio.
ain't not radio. So,
Somebody said, tell the comedian looking dude to get with
So
him.
he looked like a comedian.
oh yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I guess the point. I
Get
guess the
with
point
him.
that I'm getting
so
at
you host
is,
his events.
is that
For sure.
he said, "What?
Mo Butter.
Shout out.
Mo
Mo Butter.
the churches in the
Shout out to Mo
60s.
Butter.
Me personally, that's a dead stat. We not in the 60s no more. What are we doing in the 19s? That you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the churches doing now?
Hey, hold on. You just asked that question and her phone was like,
No, that was not my phone.
oh, wasn't?
That was Steven's.
That's your phone?
Yeah, I got Siri. Siri be listening to me.
Oh, Siri said, well, I'm not finding nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Siri be listening to me. She the only woman in my life that do everything I need her to do. But what I'm saying is that I can't keep, and this is just me personally, I can't keep going back off of stats that happened in the 60s when we are living in 2019. These are 2 different times, 2 different eras, 2 different lifestyles, 2 different ways of moving. We can't compare them to. You cannot compare the 1960s to now. You can maybe find some similarities.
Hey, guess
But
what?
you can't compare. You cannot.
This is this. And I agree with you on that because when I was at North High School in 03, I was 250 solid,
Right.
mean muscle. Now I'm 450.
Chilling.
Yeah.
What was the moral to that story?
And once again,
You can't go off the time because back then
you can't go to time. And like Terrell just
I
said,
can do the windmill. Now I'm just winning.
and like Terrell just said, the 60s, they was more involved. And guess what? In the 60s, I think we can all agree that there was a bigger political issue going on in the 60s.
Well, they gave
where they needed to be involved.
They gave black people government jobs, so
I
the
think-
movement stopped.
I think
Like
it's safe to say that the churches
it stopped.
they needed to be involved back in the 60s when
Good point.
It stopped once they gave black people the chance to work in DC and government. What were we fighting for? What else is the
the
fight?
police
for?
were gunning down. They bombed a church at one point in time just to kill blacks. And even to this day, that's probably the biggest
They
similarity.
said he
People are
said
still-
because the church in the 60s was more involved.
because that was a time and era where churches needed to be involved.
So I agree. Now I will agree with him on this. I still think they do need to be involved.
I think they
If you
need
gonna
to be
keep on
involved.
getting money and all that stuff, you need to start doing more. We gotta start holding you more accountable for that.
Yeah.
I am a believer on that.
Hold
Like-
on, this is my thing.
Define
Hold on.
be involved though.
Why do y'all go to church and give up money?
I
I don't.
What did the Bible? Because they go by the Bible.
No,
and
the Bible
No,
does
no.
not say nothing about money. The
No.
Bible does not say you gotta give 10% of $1.
Where it
No,
say
the
that at?
Bible says you have to give tithes and offerings.
But your
Some people
tithe,
giving their
Oh,
whole check.
listen, I can come and give you
Tithe.
some bread and some milk.
tithes can be your servants. Tithes can be
Hey,
tithes can be what you do in the community.
Well,
it does
Right.
not say you have to give money.
no,
So if you choose to give half your paycheck,
I'm gonna bring some bread.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
going for
fun
bread.
fact. Do you know how many people I know that
Right.
give tithes and offerings?
because they said God judges your heart.
I know
So
people.
your heart is pure. Your
I know
heart is,
people right now who
Right.
give tithes and offerings and then claim it on their taxes.
Oh man. Well, maybe that's what.
Because that's a donation. You can
Well,
claim
back
that on your
remember
taxes.
back in the day, they used to cook at the church like every Sunday.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Feed it right.
You know what I'm saying? And once again, and this is because I do agree with him on this. When I was in the church,
and
when
they
I
give
was a
that paper.
kid,
They
heavenly,
they see that paper in the mail, so you can claim this on your taxes.
Yep.
I be taking that paper like, man, I ain't about to claim this on my taxes that I gave to the Lord.
So I'm claiming.
Sitting up there lying.
200. Take that.
Get that receipt and get the twins. And
Hey,
let's
but you
go.
know what the big difference?
Right.
And I will say this. You know what the big difference between the 60s and the set and probably today would be? I think maybe we can somebody would have to find me a number. I think black men were more involved in their children's life back in the 60s.
Man, I got custody of my
That's-
son, man. Y'all need to stop it with these shenanigans.
You know, families going to church and everything.
Y'all talking about full-fledged
Yeah.
family going to church.
Yeah.
Men were in pictures,
Right.
saving their kids, working. You know what I'm saying? Men were in the picture
Yeah.
on a level. And I'm not saying men are the problem. What I'm saying is that before we can blame a church, don't we have to look at our household first?
But guess what? And we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna come back after this. We're gonna do a round 2 of this. But I see you that rock with your boy DjSwig. Hello, my man, Mr.
937.
Hey, my man.
Kill. I'm not a DJ.
Hey,
I was about to say
homegirl.
DJ.
And
Hey, not real 97, man. We thank you for tuning in, man. We thank you for rocking with us, man. Also, man, let y'all know we will be back hitting these topics, man. We will be speaking this buddy hotness. And as you know, if you got something to say and you feel some type of way on what we should speak on, please inbox 89 Radio and give us the topic, and we'll touch base on it if we like it. So remember, man, make sure y'all follow the page, make sure y'all download the app, and support the movement, man. 89 Radio 937. If you like to donate anything to 89 Radio, go to www.89radio937.com. On the bottom of it, it says help out, because this summer we got a lot of community events we're gonna be doing, and we all need some support, passing out flyers and the whole nine. But we got a lot of things we're gonna be doing. Fun days for the kids and the whole nine. So if you'd like to help out with that, please inbox us and go to the website. Help us with that too.
And these events will be for 100% of the Springfield area.
100% for Springfield area.
100%.
For the 17%.
So if y'all want to help with that too, make sure y'all get with that, man. Or just inbox us, get with one of us, and we gonna take care of the situation. 89 Radio 937 the movement. Once again, you can get me on 89radio937.com. How can you get a hold of you, Mr. 97?
They can get a hold of me on all my social media at Mr. 937. And you can get a hold of me at www.89radio937.com. Google me at this point. I can now say that. And I'm now at the point where I'm so not scared of nobody at this point. 937-242-2905.
oh, he's putting the number,
yeah.
the line on
That's
there.
where I'm at with a lot of these people, man.
Hey.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Let's chop this thing. Let's chop this
Reach me
thing
on
up.
Facebook,
Yeah.
you know, Quentin Lytle, Dope Man of Comedy, and Instagram, Quentin Lytle, Dope Man of Comedy.
And y'all make sure he gonna be keep on talking. We gonna keep on talking about the show, man. Supporting the advertising the show. So make sure y'all go start getting your tickets right now. Can they get tickets right now, or when can they get tickets?
Yeah, man, they can hit me in the inbox. His tickets is only $10. And
$10.
Y'all got y'all income taxes. I don't want no excuses. None. I got them taxes.
Support.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
how can
saying?
you
That's
get a hold of
$1 a
that?
day. You can feed somebody
Ebony
in Africa.
Chantel on Facebook and 89 Radio.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man. 89 Radio 937 the movement, man. Let's go.
89 music.
My cousin said he need to be on here. What you do, cuz? You rap, you sing, what you doing?
What do you do? What do you do?